Look at these guys. Hey, goose. That goose is a jerk. He snuck around the four-wheeler and tried to bite me yesterday. He keeps that up, he's gonna end up in a pot. So today we're gonna do a little garden prep. Got an old wood bed that needs to come out because it's rotten. We're gonna get the propane torch out and start burning all the weeds that are coming up around the garden so we don't have mountains of stuff to hula ho later. We're gonna do a little greenhouse tour. We'll give you a tour of our greenhouse, how we built it, and its purpose for us and how it operates. I keep watching that goose. Gotta start carrying a shovel with me. What a jerk. So, hope you tag along for the day. We'll go do my morning chores real quick and then hop over to the garden. Hello, girls. Let's go out. Here we go. Out to the field for the day. Make sure you train your sheep well. Go on, girls. That's the good girls. Oh, and Star too. You gonna hang out with the sheep today, Star? Yeah. Go eat some grass. What about you, Star? Are you staying out here? Okay. Looks like Star's staying out today. Quick greenhouse tour by Larry. This is gonna be more about the greenhouse than what's in it right now. We'll get to that in another video. It's too cold to start stuff right now anyway.
Not true. I have seedlings coming up right now.
Not true. I guess there's seedlings coming up right now.
So I found the design online. I looked around at a lot of different things, and the biggest thing that I liked about this design was the way the roof peak meets. So it's offset, and at the top of the peak is 2 vertical vents, and they open with a automatic vent. So inside that cylinder is a wax that is heat sensitive, and as it expands in the heat, it pushes the opener out, and I believe it's a bayless opener, if I remember right. So we've had to replace 1 out of the 2 in the 8 years we've had it.
Yeah.
So that's a really nice feature that I liked. The wood is all redwood, and that is because redwood has a longevity to it. And then the walls are polycarbonate double wall, and at that time you could not get it at Home Depot. You can now, but I had to order everything from Greenhouse Megastore. And we had a friend of ours come and build it because he's an excellent builder, and there were some very technical things to this building, and I wanted it done right. So we had him come help us. I wanted a 4-foot door, and I really wanted a 4-foot Dutch door. That does not exist, at least it didn't at the time. And so he actually built this door by hand. So I wanted the Dutch door so I could keep the door closed to keep dogs, and the cats come in anyway, but keep dogs out. And but I wanted the top to open because it's another ventilation port, and it's worked very well for us. It's held up really well. I haven't had any of the polycarb break yet. Cliff and I did all of the water and electrical work in here. So when we put in the electricity, we put in covered outlets to make them more water resistant. And even though this is an indoor space, we treat it more as an outdoor space because there's still humidity and water. Sometimes I'll wash down all the walls, and I need to make sure those outlets are staying safe.
Sometimes people get crazy when they're watering plants.
Yeah, yes, that can happen too.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I've got 4 outlets on those 2 walls, or 4 outlets in those 2 bays on this wall, and this is obviously where we do all our seed starting. But we went ahead and I have electricity going all the way around. I believe my last electric port is here, but we also made it to where there's an on-off switch here. So if we wanted to put in a hanging light, which haven't done it yet, but I have had the fan connected to it before I had the timers set up to turn fans on automatically. So that was a really nice feature, just having this brake system right here, so you can easily turn things on and off.
And this building has to be cooled, correct?
Yeah, even today it is.
I just looked. It's 68 degrees outside air temperature.
Okay.
And it's
92 right there, 94 on the south wall. This cooler is only set to fan. It's on its lowest setting on the fan, but in the summer especially, we have to have the pads wet and using the actual cool function. But sometimes I have this uncovered, but I've started covering it because it's on a low setting. If it's on a high setting, it's not going to work out. But I have the cover on it because I do cover it at night to keep the cold wind out. But this cover diffuses the air, I guess. Distributes the air better to where I get more cold air starting here and before it moves out of the building. We did a concrete footing. Do you remember how deep?
We permitted this building, so
yeah,
whatever the code was at the time.
Yeah, whatever
18 by 18, maybe.
It's not thicker than the cinder blocks.
It's a little thicker than the cinder blocks.
A little, but not a lot.
Maybe it was 12 by 12
maybe.
footing, and then we went 2 blocks high because we knew that there's no floor in here. This is just the dirt that was here, so anything that falls down can just go into the soil or evaporate or whatever.
Yeah, and we did that on purpose. I wanted it to be able to drain. This actually, I wheelbarrowed a good, 4 inches worth of dirt into this space of sand. I wanted to bring in primarily sand because that lets the water drain quicker and keeps everything, I want it moist, but not crazy humidity all the time.
And we don't heat this building at night. So it basically gets down to whatever the nighttime outside temperature is, that's what it is in here.
It stays maybe 5 degrees warmer. But so because of that, when I start seeds, I have to use heat mats, and I use humidity domes because that holds the heat in as well. And even with those mats, I don't have them turned on high, but the mats were 65 overnight, which is a great seed starting temperature for what I have in there.
One of the main things that we see people do or not realize with the greenhouse is how hot they get. Like it has to be cooled, especially if you're in the climate we're in.
Yeah, as soon as the sun hits it, it's hot.
So
I have to have the cooler start at 9 in the morning. When it's still in the 50s outside, it'll be getting into the 90s in here if it's not open. And this is, the door's been half open all day. That fan has been running since 9 a.m. The cooler fan has been running since 9 a.m. and both vents are open, and it's 94.
The cooling is one thing we've seen other people not realize, or when they're talking about doing this, it doesn't dawn on them that these get so hot that if you didn't cool it where we live, even if you live somewhere that doesn't get as hot as us, just that sunshine shining in here, making the greenhouse effect would make this whole building not usable. It'd be too hot. It would fry everything in here. You know, when it's 103 here in the summer, If there was no swamp cooler, it'd be off of that dial. It'd be probably pegged out. It'd get really hot. So if you're gonna put in a greenhouse, you have to cool it.
Well, I've got plastic pots that are warped from days where it's gotten too hot, if something didn't get turned on, if the door, during the summer I don't close that door because it's not cold enough at night in the summer to need to. But yeah, I've got pots that are warped. These guys right here, these are warped from sitting in this building in the sun, and they don't have direct sun because there's a shade cloth that has that partially shaded.
It looks like your shade cloth behind you might have fallen down a little bit.
It did. Maybe some tall guy could come help me put it up.
Maybe.
So
we'll see if we can round him up.
Another thing that we do in the summer is we made this shade system. This will drop down. I've got it on a system. Sometimes it needs help.
Needs a little push with your stick.
Yeah. I have to use this when the bayless openers come out of their guide also.
Look at there.
So in the summer, I'll have that shade up. One day we'll actually do the other side. But it really helps with the temperature in here. So that's another thing we've had to do just because it gets so warm. I know that some greenhouses, they'll do like a whitewash on the outside of the building in the summer to help bring the temperature down. But we don't do that. I just put those in. It's not a big enough building to deal with it. That's
our greenhouse. We'll do another video on seed starting when we start doing more seeds and stuff. But there was one other thing in here I wanted to point out. What do you have over there? What is that?
That was my Home Depot impulse buy.
What is it?
It's a dwarf Meyer lemon tree.
A lemon tree in snow country.
Yeah, that's what greenhouses are for. I just have to try to not kill it with the heat.
You gonna wheel it outside to get some sun?
Maybe.
Maybe. Are you gonna make me a lemon meringue pie?
If I get enough lemons.
Rachel can make lemon bars.
I was say maybe Rachel will make you lemon bars.
Ready?
Ready? Go. Oh, not ready.
Not ready.
There we go. Ready.
See, don't light yourself on fire.
I didn't do it last time or the time before.
I don't know how you do it with your small woman brain. It's so small.
You're charming.
It's science. What are these ones? Oregano?
Yeah.
It's both oregano?
Yeah, the one that's more like a bush is Italian, and then the one that's sprawling is Greek. Okay.
We're gonna move these oregano plants because the bed they were in rotted away. So we'll dig them up and try to transplant them to the backyard herb garden.
Yes.
Is that where the herb garden's going?
It is.
It's the backyard?
Yep.
And then they lasted a few years.
The beds?
Those beds, yeah.
Oh yeah, probably 4 or 5. But they were built with old wood.
Yeah.
So.
With what we had laying around, huh?
Yeah.
Whatever was cheap and free, we're free.
Yeah, it was leftover wood from something. Gotta get the worms.
What do you got there?
Dirt full of worms.
Dirt full of worms?
Yeah.
And rabbit poops?
Yeah. Happy worms.
Oh, that is a lot. Look at all the worms.
I know. See?
There's so many worms.
We gotta find the sweet spot over there.
Huh.
They don't like to be super wet. They just like where it's damp.
That's from, where's that from? That's where the rabbit system washes out, kind of?
Yes.
Rabbit poops.
Yep.
So I got a nice, clean, blank slate for now for the garden. We ripped out those 3 wood beds that were there because the wood was all rotten. And the wire that we put underneath those for gophers had rusted away anyway. They didn't really serve a purpose. So those things are gone. It looks so much bigger in here. Larry's got big plans. We top dressed. We left this bed. It doesn't have wire in the bottom, so we'll just leave it. But we top dressed this with rabbit manure, and then she transplanted parsley and some sort of celery right there. I weed whacked around the edge to knock it down, and then over there I burned it and then hula hoed it up. In years past, I've let this get away from me to where come May, when we want to plant stuff, there's a solid bed of weeds, you know, a foot tall. So I'm trying to prevent that this year. It's gonna be a whole lot less work for me to do it today and to periodically just weed whack or hula hoe than it is for me to do it all at once when it's planting time.
All right, now it's your turn.
Oh, it's the wife training program. You gotta.
I know, I am training. There, do it. You can do it. I did them on the other side. You get to do them on this side. It's only fair. Equality. It's all about equality.
That's what they say. I'm not climbing over that fence with them in my hand, though. I'll hand them to you.
Come on, your legs are long enough.
Here you go. I'm gonna go load the skid steer and pack all the tools. Tomorrow's Monday, start of another week. Thanks for watching. We're gonna have probably a bunch more garden stuff coming up in the next couple months as the season gets closer. So please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Look at that thing. Goose. Leave me alone, Goose. Dinosaur. Get out of here. Stop following me. You're a jerk.